From the motion picture libraries of Hollywood's greatest studios come Channel 48's Late Movie, tonight at midnight. These are the films that feature the world's finest stars in the roles that made them famous. Be in the audience for the best late-night talk in town. John Carradine stars in Hitler's Madman, tonight at midnight.
Morse Rehabilitation Hospital is proud to wish Philadelphia a happy 300th birthday.
Chicken. Okay, and you want that rare?
Roast chicken rare?
Oh, really? My brain must be on vacation or something. And all I can think about is, you know, like, how's it going anyway?
It's moving right along, Mitz.
Yeah? Well, I heard Raven's back in Monticello.
Raven's back in town. John is with her. They got a date tonight.
Right. So it's going just the way Smiley said it would.
Yep. But don't get too excited now. It's one step at a time.
But without the first step, there cannot be the second step, can there?
Can't fight that.
Right.
Oh, the mastermind himself.
And there he is. Hello, Smiley. Can I get you dinner?
No, give me a drink, Scotch silver.
You
Double.
got it. But you're celebrating, huh?
Yeah, all right.
You don't look to me like you're celebrating.
You heard from Johnny?
Well, Johnny's over picking up Raven. Why, what's wrong?
That's what's wrong. He's picking up Raven at the Whitney house.
So what's so bad about that?
Yeah, you know, this whole thing's just falling apart right in front of our eyes. I don't believe it. I really don't. You know who else lives at the Whitney house?
No. Why, should I?
Why don't we check it out? Why? Geraldine Sachs. She lives there.
Well, so what?
She was the first rich widow Johnny dated. Who tried to.
Oh, Lord. That means that when he goes
She's
over...
gonna recognize him. Yeah, she's gonna recognize him.
So, Lance Halliday, eh? Isn't that odd? I thought it was Johnny Gentry.
No, it's Lance. Lance Holiday.
Wait a minute, you two know each other?
Oh, my, yes. We're old friends, aren't we, Mr. Halliday? Gentry, whatever.
Maybe you got me mixed up with somebody else. I got one of those faces.
Oh, no, you'd never disappear in a crowd.
Wait a minute. Will someone please tell me what's going on?
Yes, why don't you tell us exactly what your game is? Oh, may I assume it's the same game you played with me? It's called Raising Money for the Theater.
What is she talking about?
You know, I just remembered something. I got to meet this guy, and it's very important, and I have to meet him right now.
Hey, wait a minute.
Raven, I'll give you a call. I got to go. I'm...
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Spick and Span. Spick and Span, it helps your floor show its true colors. And by new formula Era, a new combination of powerful cleaners concentrated into 1/4 cup.
Chocolate sauce, soaked in. Motor oil, seeped in. Colloid oil, ground in. Unless you clean the dirts that go all the way through, your whole wash isn't clean. That's why we invented Era. Era has the power of cleaners for deep down dirt, for soaked in grease, for seeped in oil, for grounding colloid oil, penetrating cleaners concentrated to put more cleaning power on the stain. Watch Era clean all the way through these 3 layers of tough stains. Put a teaspoon of Era only on the top. Its power penetrates. Rub, run under warm water, and look. Era cleaned all the way through. And when you get the tough stains clean, your whole wash is clean. Era cleans all the way through.
Happy? Another new floor?
Hi, Minnie. No, this tile's the color my floor's supposed to be.
Well, looks like dirt's got all scuffed in.
And dulled its true colors.
To show your floor's true colors, clean it with Spick and Span.
Spick and span on my no-wax floor?
Works great. Ground-in dirt can dull your floor, hide its true colors. But nothing cleans better than Spick and Span. It cleans deep into crevices and lifts out scuffed-in dirt.
But it's safe for my floor.
Why, sure. No liquid cleaner's safer.
Great. Spick and span will make my floor look new again.
Nothing can do that. But it will get it the truest color it can be.
That's the floor I fell in love with.
Told you. Spick and Span helps your floor show its true colors.
Damn it, wouldn't you know I'd be stuck in this place? Listen, I'm going to send you over a substitute, Detective Damian Tyler. As a matter of fact, I think he'll be glad to see his old pal Eddie again.
Eddie? Eddie Lorimer?
No, he's here with me right now. I'm just going to read this get well card he brought me, and then I'll send him back to headquarters. Okay, so long.
Chief, did I hear you right, or did you just bring in Eddie Lorimer on something?
Yeah, we brought him in for questioning in regard to the sudden demise of Lucky Dan Mitchell.
That's great. What kind of a case do we have on him?
Who said anything about a case? I just thought it was a reasonable notion since he's moved back to Monticello.
So you don't have any evidence? This is just a hunch?
Well, you never know what a couple of point-blank questions might produce. Two of them used to be pen pals.
State pen?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a coincidence now. Eddie Lorimer coming back to Monticello despite having caught a rap here, and now Mitchell terminated.
Hey, you don't suppose Eddie's taking Lucky Mitchell's place, do you?
I don't see how he could. From everything I've heard, the man's small potatoes in the organization.
Yeah, he's too small to take the place of a big man like Lucky Mitchell. But it's a strange world, you know. You never know.
That's true. Well, if he's going to take over the #1 spot, maybe it was up to him to take care of his predecessor personally. You might want to follow that up when you question him.
Hey, I'm on my way to headquarters.
Yeah, make it snappy. I'm sure his lawyer's on his way over with a writ of habeas corpus.
Here I go.
Oh, hi, Damien.
Oh, how are you, Jinx? I was just seeing that the chief was mending all right.
Well, he looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, well, his color's improved considerably in the last 5 seconds.
Oh.
Tyler, listen, while you're here, I might as well tell you that Jinx and I, well, the wedding's back on.
Hey, congratulations. I'm really happy to hear that.
Oh, so am I. Well, for one thing, that means I don't have to give back that gift you gave us.
Yeah, well, congratulations for a second time.
Give my love to Lorimer. You bet. And now, as for you, you owe me a kiss.
Oh, I owe you about 1,000. And I brought you some homemade cookies.
Cookies!
So, come on, tell me. I mean, how have you been feeling? What have you been doing?
I have been feeling terrific, and I've been on a phone all day long.
Chasing crooks, of course.
Well, I haven't forgotten the most important business, taking care of the wedding arrangements.
Yes, that is the most important.
The license is no problem. The old one is still good. However, still have to take that blood test.
Yes.
I checked with Miles. The test is very limited in scope, so I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Oh, well, I'm not worried. I mean, I have no problems. Well, at least I won't as soon as I'm Mrs. Derek Mallory.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Well, now, since you've been making all the arrangements, tell me, have you picked the happy day?
Well, if you don't mind marrying a guy with his arm in a sling, we can do it in 3 days.
Do you really mean that?
That's when I expect to get out of this antiseptic prison. I can sign out in the morning, and I can sign the wedding papers that afternoon. How's that sound to you?
Oh, it sounds great.
3 days enough time?
Oh, sure. I've been ready for a couple of weeks, except in my mind, and now I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, what's the matter? Did you think of something?
Yeah, I said I would do something for someone.
Well, you want to make it 4 days?
No, that's all right. It doesn't make any difference. I said I would do something for someone, and, well, as a matter of fact, if I left right now, I could take care of it tonight.
Why do these things always happen to me, huh? Every time I get involved with a big deal, something really promising, you know, some dumb thing seems to come along all the time and just tear everything up.
Hey, don't break the furniture up. We owe Sid enough money as it is. Johnny.
I don't want to hear.
Wait till I tell you what just happened. I went over to her house to pick up my date, and there she was.
You don't mean Raven?
No, I mean that lady that I met before, Buffy Revere, the lady in politics.
Geraldine Saxon, we know.
She recognized me right off the bat. Raven introduced me as Lance Halliday, and she remembered my name as Johnny Gentry.
Oh, we must remember your name is Herman Pickering.
Why don't you lie to her? Why don't you make something up? Tell her it was your twin brother. Something, anything.
I don't have a twin brother.
Oh, aren't we all grateful? Imagine 2 of you.
trip to the Caribbean cost $2 grand, $2,000.
Smiley, don't worry about the money. It was not yours.
Well, money's money. We have no money. We have no theater. We have no future.
Smiley, we've got a future.
No, not the kind I planned. That's what I mean. I planned everything. Every stinking little detail in this whole thing. It doesn't even get off the ground.
I'm really sorry about this. I even had the whole evening planned out. I knew what I wanted ahead of time.
Well, good. Good for you, Johnny.
I got the menu ahead of time. I was going to start off with asparagus.
Escargot. You like snails now?
Snails? I thought it was a kind of a melon.
I got some.
What?
A way to save this whole caper. Only you gotta do exactly what I tell you, Johnny. Exactly.
Bet hiking makes you hungry, Alex.
I'll save.
Looks like you're really enjoying that Skippy peanut butter sandwich.
Tastes great.
Guess Mom packed it because Skippy's nutritious.
Nutritious?
Your mom knows ounce for ounce Skippy has more protein than a hot dog, chicken salad, even liverwurst. And Skippy has no cholesterol. What is it you like best about hiking?
Lunch.
For good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy Creamy and Super Chunk.
3 delicious desserts from Betty Crocker. They're Stir and Frost,
Make someone happy.
Fudge Supreme Brownies,
Make someone happy.
or Snack and Cake.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Inside each delicious snack and cake is a special snack, like chocolate chips, or bananas, or walnuts. Just one of the delicious ways.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Best bite I've had all day.
Make someone happy.
I'm really very sorry, Raven, but I simply could not remain silent.
Yeah, I know. I just don't understand it.
Neither do I. It's just a coincidence, I suppose, and not a very pleasant one.
All right, so tell me, where did you meet this Lance Halliday?
I met him in the dining room of the Monticello Arms. He introduced himself to me.
Under a different name?
Yes. He said his name was Johnny Gentry. He said he was an actor involved with a company who was interested in producing and writing a play about Gordon.
Your first husband?
Well, obviously, it was just a ploy to get me to invest in the theater company.
Do you suppose it was the same company that I gave my theater to?
It's possible.
So what happened? Did you give him the money?
No, the discussions didn't reach that point.
Why not?
Because the young man... Yes, well, no matter. In any case, it was obvious he was just an impoverished actor.
So he was just after me for my money.
Oh, I'm sure that wasn't his only interest.
I feel so used.
Now, Raven, don't take it so seriously.
Well, it's not that I give a damn about Lance or Johnny or whatever his name is. You know how I felt about Skylar. It's just that I'm so sick and tired of being a widow. You know, I just wanted to put a pretty dress on and go out to dinner with a man and have him give me champagne, tell me I look beautiful. Is that so terrible?
Well, it's not a capital offense, no.
I just don't see how I was so fooled. He was so nice in the Caribbean. I mean, it's not like he was impoverished or anything. He paid for everything.
Oh, I'm sure he regarded that as an investment.
Yes, right. Spend a couple of $100 and see what he could get.
Is Spencer here?
No, he's out for the night and Nora's in the kitchen. I better get it.
Good evening, Mom. Mrs. Whitney?
Yes?
Oh, Elkins is me there, Mom. Mr. Halliday asked me to come by and fetch you, if you would be so kind.
Mr. Halliday?
That's right, Mom. That's his limousine parked in your driveway out there. He asked me to take you straight away to his residence.
That's his car?
That's right, Mom. That's one of them.
And you're his chauffeur?
That's right, Mom. If you don't mind, I think we should be on our way, Mom. Mr. Halliday said he would explain everything.
All right. Let's go.
If you'll allow me, Mom.
Gee, Ma, could you give us a lift?
You missed the bus. You walked to school.
I wouldn't mind driving them, but they've got to be responsible. For me, anything less isn't enough. Look, I feel responsible for the things I buy, which is why I choose White Cloud. Of all bathroom tissues, White Cloud is the softest, and anything less isn't enough. Besides, each sheet of White Cloud is actually 2 fluffy sheets, and it's the most absorbent. And getting anything less than the most absorbent isn't enough.
Mom, can I go out and play?
Put on a sweater and I'll go out with you. Being responsible. That's why I buy 2-ply White Cloud. It's the softest and most absorbent, and anything less isn't enough.
I'm 30 years old. So am I.
Now, one of these skiers isn't 30. She's 44-year-old Barbara Gould, mother of 3. Can you tell who's who? Take a good look. Now, look at their hands. Even they don't give us a clue. Her secret, she cares for her hands, and part of that care is mild ivory liquid.
Doing lots of dishes, I wouldn't put my hands into anything but mild ivory liquid. I love those rich suds because they help my hands stay young-looking and get the dishes really clean.
Still can't tell who's who, huh?
Mom, come on. You gave me away. Yes, I'm the 44-year-old. I like my hands to look young, and ivory liquid really helps.
Mild ivory liquid helps your hands stay young-looking.
Tyler, I know you got this personal grudge against me. Now, that's the only reason you brought me down here, right?
I never hold a grudge, Eddie. It destroys my concentration. But it is very difficult to like a guy who slipped a steak knife into my back.
Hey, look, mister. You tried to stick that rep on me once before, remember? You couldn't even get it to court. Now, personally, I think you got what you deserve. You know, you guys, you like to run around, play your silly games, undercover cops, with your tape recorders and all that garbage. You get what you deserve.
From you personally?
You know what I think? I figure it had to be the waiter that stuck the knife in you. He had the perfect motive. You're one lousy tipper.
Look, that's all in the past, Eddie. Why don't you and I talk about the present?
We got nothing to talk about, my friend. I run a legitimate business. I'm a legitimate businessman. Check it out here.
Sorry, I already checked it out. The Lucky Salvage and Supply Company.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, exactly what did you salvage and supply, Eddie? Forget it. I've already checked it out. Now, where did this outfit get its name?
From a very dear old friend of mine, a guy named Lucky Mitchell.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
And you got the title to this outfit about a month ago?
That's right, a month ago. Over a month ago. So that means there was a lot of talking went down long before I took over the company. You understand that? So if in the back of your head you're trying to figure that maybe my taking over the company had something to do with poor Lucky, your eggs are scrambled, my friend.
Exactly what happened to Lucky Mitchell anyway? You have an inside clue to that?
What is that supposed to mean? You think I did it? Huh? You think I wasted my own friend?
Hey, Eddie, remember who you're talking to. You know, you already told me what you did to your good friend in New York.
Hey, look, you want to book me, you book me, all right? Or let me out, one or the other.
Hey, take it easy, Eddie. Now, look, we got a couple of minutes before your lawyer gets here. Why don't you answer some questions for me? Like, who's going to take Lucky Mitchell's place in this town? Maybe you?
I don't know anything. It's a broken record. You understand? I'm a legitimate businessman, period.
Hey, this would be a big switch for you. I mean, going from a small-time gun dealer to a big-time racket boss? What in the hell did you do to get a promotion like that anyway?
You know something, Tyler? I like you. You're a good cop. The only cop I know better than you is a guy named Tony Cap. Understand? You remind me of him in a lot of ways, my friend.
What is it?
Excuse me, detective.
Yeah, Larry?
His lawyer's outside.
Sure, I've been expecting him.
About time. I guess this little meeting is over, huh?
Sure, run along, Eddie. Eddie, I'm going to see you again.
You're bruising the silk. Taylor.
Taylor.
Get out of here.
Mallory.
Chief, it's Damien.
Yeah, hi, Tyler. What's up?
Well, I wish that I could say that he broke down and sobbed out a confession, but it didn't really happen that way.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm not surprised. What kind of impressions you get?
Well, actually, my impression is that he may be telling the truth. He might have bought the Lucky Salvage and Supply Company just to be around when this reorganization took place.
Man, that's tough to buy. I just can't believe it. This man's not big enough for it.
Yeah, it's hard to say. We're just going to have to wait around and see. Say, Chief, I have a question to ask.
Yeah, what?
Did you ever hear of a cop named Tony Cap?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I guess he was a New York cop.
Wait, New York. Yo, wait a minute. Now I remember Cap. He's part of the Bunko squad. Shot to death last month, assailant unknown. Well, listen. I'll talk to you later. Take care.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch. I think I've just been threatened.
Is it really that bad?
Well, you heard what happened to our boy Johnny.
But maybe Smiley can fix it. He's very clever, you know. Jim, the man has a very weird mind. I'm really worried about it.
That's for sure.
Well, did he tell you what he wanted to do?
Nope. He just asked me for a cap with a visor.
What for?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out.
Mitzi, hi.
Hi, Valerie.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Val. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Could you join me?
Oh, well, that's okay. I was just gonna grab a quick supper.
Oh, this is the best table in the house, isn't it, Miss?
It is a great table.
See?
And it's nice to have company, isn't it?
All right.
I'll get you a menu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, we got a special tonight. It's roast chicken, rare.
Yeah, don't mind.
I was a little selfish asking you over. I'm probably not very good company tonight.
Oh, why? What's the matter?
Well, same set of problems.
The acting company isn't going well, is it?
No. But you know that whole story. Let's talk about something happier, more uplifting.
All right. Happier, uplifting.
Well, before we get into happier and uplifting, how was your dinner with Kelly last night?
Well, it was fine. Thank you very much. We had dinner at that Japanese restaurant. I discovered sake is stronger than I thought.
Oh, great. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that stuff.
Yeah, you do. But actually, we spent most of the time talking about my mystery woman.
Yeah, sure you did. Is this the same mystery woman that you talked to me about the other night?
Well, yeah, remember how upset I was when you dropped by? She had just been there and was asking me all sorts of questions about the past.
This lady's a total stranger.
Total. Well, she gave me her name for whatever that's worth. Libby Webster. And apparently, she used to know Skylar Whitney. Hi, Jim.
Oh, hi, Jinx. Jinx, do you know Valerie?
Yes, we met at the
Jinx
studio.
Avery?
Yeah, hi, Jinx.
Hi. Look, could I talk to you for a couple of minutes?
Well, sure. Would you join us?
Oh, well, that's okay. I can leave if you guys have to talk. It's all right.
Oh, well, I won't be long. Thanks. Look, I'm sorry to do that. It's just that, well, I wanted to talk to you about this, thanks, right away.
Go ahead. What is it?
Well, something's come up suddenly, and, well, I'm not going to be able to play that part that you offered me.
What? Oh, why?
Well, I can't be the jealous wife because, well, I'm going to be a wife myself in the next couple of days. I'm sorry.
Well, Jinx, congratulations.
Thanks.
Actually, I guess it doesn't make any difference anyway with the way things are going. Curtain's not going to come up on it anyway.
Good evening, Mrs. Whitney. Please come in.
Hey, Gregory, tell Mr. Allardyce his guest has arrived. I shall put the car away.
Put it next to the Rose, Hawkins, and be careful not to scratch the Maserati.
Hey, come off it, will you?
I'll tell Mr. Halliday you are here, madam.
A view and a butler.
Raven, can you ever forgive me?
For running out on me like that?
No, for being so darn rich.
I have a theragram for Miss Burns.
Theragram?
Because when you jip your body with junk food or skip breakfasts or go on fad diets, you could be cheating your body of vitamins. You are getting a Theragram. Theragram M from Squib, the balanced supplement of extra potency vitamins and minerals. The multivitamin designed by doctors, recommended most by doctors.
I have a theragram for you.
And don't forget to enter the Theragram M Winner Takes All sweepstakes with incredible prizes.
You can wreck a good sandwich stuffing it in a small bag.
Oh, this thin bargain bag is too narrow.
Betty, try Glad sandwich bags. They're wider than your bargain bags, and only Glad has a pleated bottom that expands to fit your sandwich. You get about 20% more room.
Wider
And pleated. They are easier to use.
Right, Betty. For a better-looking sandwich, use a better-fitting sandwich bag. Yes, we're #1, and we're glad.
You know that check you said you're gonna send me for the back rent? Yeah. Forget it.
Thanks.
I want cash.
Grady practices Oriental torture tonight on Sanford and Son.
It's just that I don't understand all of this, Lance, or whatever your name is.
No, my name is Lance Halliday. Mrs. Saxon wasn't lying, though. You see, when I met her, I introduced myself as Johnny Gentry.
Why?
Sit down. I don't know, Raven. Maybe it was something in my past, but you see, I don't only want to be rich. I also want to be an actor.
Oh, it's your stage name.
Exactly, right.
Beg pardon, Mr. Halliday. Will you wish any refreshments?
Yes, Gregory, bring some champagne, the best we've got. And also some caviar. Bring that Belgian.
I presume you mean the beluga, sir?
Yes, the Belgian beluga. Good stuff.
Well, I mean, so that explains everything. You just didn't want your actor friends to know you were rich.
Right. See, Raven, I want to be appreciated for who I am, not how much money I have.
I know exactly how you feel. I feel the same way.
And it's very easy to appreciate someone as beautiful and sensitive as you.
Sid's Tavern and Archie ain't here.
You're too young to remember that, Betsy. This is Smiley. Jimmy there?
Yeah, he's sitting with Chinks Avery.
Well, listen, tell him everything is terrific and we're going straight ahead. Got it?
I got it. Okay, bye-bye.
Well, Jinx, I think it's great that you're marrying the police chief. Now you won't get any traffic tickets.
Will you listen to this? That was just Smiley. He said all systems are go. We can go ahead.
Well, that's interesting.
Except all systems aren't go because of me.
Why?
Look, Jim, if you were to really go through with this play, when would it take place?
Well, it'd have to take place really fast.
Well, look, I tell you what, if you can set it up for tomorrow night, I will be your jealous wife.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, Gerald, since you're the class chess champ, I'm picking you to pick the championship. Ruffles brand or regular chips? First these.
Kind of regular, guys.
Now, Ruffles.
Tremendous potato taste. Ruffles win.
In a national test, moms preferred Ruffles by an average of almost 2-to-1 over leading regular potato chips.
Look, you don't have to be a champ to know which chip is champ, so judge for yourself.
Ruffles, the championship. Judge for yourself.
The science of Silkians comes to your face.
What you need is what you get.
Silkians, the self-adjusting moisturizer that gives you beautiful silky skin because it goes where your skin needs it. Here's proof. Ultraviolet photography shows more as dry skin, less everywhere else. But Gail's skin attracted more Silkians where she needed more.
Silkians, what you need is what you get.
Beautiful silky skin. That's Silkian skin.
Tomorrow night at 8, Joe Namath winds his way through the Old West in the action-packed drama The Last Rebel on the Channel 48 Friday night movie. And tonight at 11, host Elliot Gould holds an all-male seminar entitled You've Come a Long Way, Buddy, on Saturday night. Now, stay tuned for The Love Boat.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
You know, it's okay for Arnold Palmer to take divots like this on my own golf course here at Latrobe, Pennsylvania, especially since I use Loft's lawn products. Look how thick my turf is, and check these roots. That's why I use Loft's products on my own lawn, too. Like Jersey turf. It's the only big-name seed formulated for where you live. For the lawn of your...
Let's do them right away. Got a lot of good things coming up for you next weekend I think you ought to take into consideration. Nutritional information is going to be yours next weekend from the Dairy Council. We are going to talk about an art contest for Camden residents. And one of the most interesting things around, you're going to meet the coach of the United States Women's Olympic Hockey Team. See you next week on Weekend.